Hey, good day, ladies. QueenDreamz coming to you with another subject of discussion. This one is called Raggedy Relationships. Yep, Raggedy Relationships. Now, I typically work with ladies of a certain age bracket. We are pretty much considered grown women that will be 40 and up. While I may speak to young ladies below the age of 40, my target is pretty much working with women who want to, at this point in life, live life by design and not default. So one of the areas of living life by design and not default is paying more attention to the types of relationships that we accept into our lives as grown women. Today's subject, raggedy relationships. And here's another thing. I won't come to you for a long period of time because I understand attention is real, and sometimes people's attention span or just their time in essence in itself is expensive, and they may not have the time to invest into a long audio. So I'll give you less than 10 minutes. If you need more than that, if you need one-on-one, if you need me to come and talk to a group, or these days it's going to be virtual. But if you find that you need more time in a one-on-one session, whether it be coaching or if more in-depth needs because you have underlying issues such as counseling, feel welcome to reach out to me on my Facebook page at Felicia.QueenDreamz. That's QueenDreamz. Or you could reach me on Instagram at QueenDreamz, QueenDreamz8. Now, this channel and this Facebook, as well as this Instagram, is for ladies only. Not that I don't love working with males, but this particular, these outlets are for me to be able to work with my sisters out here. So with that said, today's subject again is raggedy relationships. Just got a couple of tips. Number one, if you are a faith-filled believer, and I do subscribe to being a faith-filled believer, I would call myself a Christian. Yes, a Christian. That is not something that I hide. So most of the content that I deliver is faith-based. Now, I don't discriminate against any other one's wishes, preferences, or beliefs, but do know if we do find ourselves working together that a lot of my my vantage point will be that of being a faith-filled believer. So I would say, number one, when you're trying to figure out what status of relationship you have, whether it be a raggedy relationship, I would say ask God to show you if this is a real relationship or not. Now, some of the things I bring to you in this particular talk today is from my book called Loving You Feels Right, but I Don't Want to Be Wrong. And if you are interested in reading more about raggedy relationships, feel free to go to my website, QueenDreamz.com, to secure your copy, and we can go much more in detail. Again, back to the subject. I'm sorry. Ask God to show you if this is real. Some relationships feel real until you start asking the right questions, and then you'll find that, in fact, this is not a real relationship. This could be more of an illusion because it looks like it's real. It feels like it's real. It has the tenets or either the structure of a real relationship or some of the benefits of a real relationship. But again, this is not a real relationship. So with that, take a view of what you actually have. Number two, do not date potential. And when I say do not date potential, don't date, well, he could be. No, he is actually X, Y, and Z. Be real with yourself, ladies. We are grown women at this point. We don't have time to date potential. If we are 40, ages 40 and up, we do not have time to date potential. This gentleman needs to be of substance on your level or above. And if not, you have to ask yourself, why am I dating potential? Now, again, that's an offline discussion. If you want to have it one-on-one, we can dig a little bit deeper to get down to why you may want to settle yourself for dating, quote, potential. Potential will not bring you happiness, because if that person doesn't arrive at that, quote, potential state that you dream in your head they may be, or even if they are dreaming of being something in potential, then you may not find yourself having 100% satisfaction with that relationship. Number 3, are you in a are you in a situationship? Situationship, yes. And we know what some of those may look like. For those of us who don't, let me explain what a situationship is. Have you ever heard somebody say, well, I hear you and, Boo are together now. How are things going? Well, their response may come back and be, well, it's complicated, or it's a situation. Okay, we call those situationships. A relationship has not been established between you and John B3 or whatever the gentleman's name is. It's not a defined relationship. Now, ladies, come on now. If we know we do not want to be in a situationship, and some of those also look like F buddies, FFF buddies, maintenance men, booty calls, those type of things, you don't want to be in a situationship. If you know, well, we should at this point. Now, some people are doing different things, and I respect all decisions. We all have different ones. But if you are living life by design and not default, I would think that your life is upgraded in areas where we made mistakes in our 20s. We're not making those mistakes in our 30s. And we're certainly grown women in our 40s. So we don't do situationships. We are classy. We are clean. We are women of substance. If you're listening to this, something tells me that you want to upgrade your life in this particular area of your life. So it's okay. Drop the situationship. You're worth much, much more than that. Ask yourself this question. What would you have your mom, your best friend, or even your daughter, your aunt, your favorite cousin, what would you have them settle for? Would you want them to be in a situationship? If not, if the answer is no, then the answer should be no for you too. So let's upgrade. Let's not deal with any situationships. And the last tip I would give you, the last thing I would say as far as examining whether you have a raggedy relationship is think about your soul ties. Now for those of you who don't know what soul ties are, and I would think that we do, but some of us may not, every time you lay down with somebody, they make a deposit into your soul. Now, that's more of a spiritual aspect of things. We discuss it more in the church setting. And if you've been fortunate to get into some really in-depth Bible studies, the Bible talks about, premarital sex and things of that nature, and how, your soul is being connected to this other individual, aka soul ties. So when you think about soul ties, you're thinking about this person and you are connecting. That's why marriage was preserved pretty much for a husband and wife. So think about every time you deal with Mark, Kevin, Sam, Joseph, Matthew, just whomever, you are having that person to deposit into your soul. Overall, think about, are you entertaining a raggedy relationship? If you want to change that, it's understandable. You deserve the best, but only if you think you deserve the best. Here to help if you need some help with that. Contact me for a one-on-one, and we'd love to go more in detail. Or also pick up a copy of my book, Loving You Feels Right, But I Don't Want to Be Wrong, for some additional tips on how to definitely exit from a raggedy relationship. Oh, you know what? Before I go, one other thing. If you have to question whether this is a relationship or not, what you're entertaining, that already should tell you this is a raggedy relationship. I mean, only the best for you here at QueenDreamz. Hope to see you on our next discussion.